Good morning everyone. This is Kamikawa Kaelan. The topic this time is about creating YouTube subtitles. Today, January 15, 2021, on creating YouTube subtitles I enjoyed, the worst mood, and the best mood, at the same time, so I will report here. I have reported many times about how to create subtitles, but in recent years, I have discovered some extremely efficient methods, and I was delighted inwardly saying, I can now add subtitles quickly. One way to do that is transcription and automatic synchronization by an application called Nada. When creating subtitles, the accuracy of transcription has the greatest effect. According to my research, when it comes to Japanese transcription, Nada is in first place, and the transcription accuracy is about 98%, which is extremely excellent. 2. The second place is audio to text, and the transcription accuracy is 97%, which is excellent. 3. The third place is transcription of YouTube, and the accuracy of transcription is also excellent at 97%. Nada is arguably the best, considering only transcription. As for the accuracy, the closer it is to 100%, the less time and effort it takes to create subtitles. There is no limit to the demand for accuracy, but for the time being, we want 99% accuracy. And the next problem is the timing with the video. This is the so-called time stamping work. This feature is also known as automatic caption sync. Currently this can be done, as far as I know. 1. Create SRT file with Nada. 2. YouTube automatic synchronization. 3. Create SRT file with Vru. Only. However, from around January 13, 2021 there is a ridiculous bug in creating timestamps with Nada. From 0000 to 1 o'clock, 1 minute, the timestamp is still correct, but after 1 o'clock, it will return to 0000 and the timestamp will be added again from 0000. The bug that says is suddenly occurring. This is a ridiculous bug where subtitles are infinitely duplicated between 0000 and 1 o'clock. When this happened, there was no version upgrade of Nada, so I got panicked and thought it was an OS-related bug, software removal, reinstallation, version down, etc. I've done a lot of extra things. In the end, I wasted about 10 hours before I noticed the Nada timestamp anomaly. I had to recreate the subtitles and had to do the work twice. However, even though I have reported this to Nada many times, until now, Nada hasn't even answered anything. If you could at least give me a reply, I think I wouldn't have panicked either. I felt extremely unpleasant. Actually, Nada has a bug called duplicate timestamps from before. From here, I reported to Nada many times. Regarding this matter, Nada has contacted me to fix it. Even now, 2 months later, I haven't been able to improve at all. Maybe, is there a bug in the improvement work? I also thought, but even so, the response that does not reply is the concealment constitution itself, licking the user. I'm paying for this. Isn't it a natural behavior for a company to give a proper explanation? If you want to continue working in Japan instead of bringing China's cover up to Japan, I hope that you will improve your constitution so that it will be disclosed immediately and corrected. So I had reached the peak of anger. It seems that Nada returned to the state before it went wrong around 1700 on January 15, 2021. I was a little relieved, but the subtitles still overlapped. In other words, nothing has healed. What on earth have you been doing for the last 2 months? Please improve as soon as possible. So, is there an app that can replace Nada? I reviewed the method again. Among them, YouTube automatic synchronization can be used for free, but this is still the same. 1. 16 characters will break the line without permission. 2. If there are 3 or more lines, it will be a separate phrase without permission. 3. Punctuation marks and key brackets disappear. 3. English is all lowercase. 4. Most of the timestamps are slightly off, around 0.2 seconds. The bug is not fixed and it takes time. However, with the Windows version of the software called Subtitle Edit, I knew I could fix this, and now it's easier to fix. 2. Is a separate phrase. 4. The timestamp is slightly off. These 2 bugs still have to be fixed manually. That extra time will take more than 30 minutes. So I felt, there is no alternative, and the worst mood. Today, January 15, 2021, we made a revolutionary discovery. This instantly made me feel great. An app called Vru, that I used to think, I can't use it. It happened to be on January 15. Today we have added a function to read the text at hand and automatically synchronize. It's nice that Brew is originally a free app, but the transcription accuracy is extremely poor. It was an app that was once truncated, deleted, saying, it's no longer usable. On the Brew side, please add this function to read the text at hand. I made a request, but I didn't think it could really be realized. Now that Brew can use this auto-sync feature, there are no typographical errors and more. 1. There are no arbitrary line breaks or separate clauses. This is done by breaking a line between clauses and opening one line. Where you specify it, you can now make it a separate clause. 2. Punctuation marks and key brackets do not disappear. 3. English characters do not become lowercase. 4. There is no slight deviation of the timestamp. 5. Processing is extremely fast. 6. It doesn't cost money free. Now that we can do that, all the problems we have had so far have been solved. This is truly a revolutionary event for me in subtitling. By using this automatic synchronization feature of Brew, it takes about 15 minutes if you have a manuscript. It is now possible to create perfect subtitles without typographical errors. And it's free. The only thing left to do is to check the video for the final confirmation. This Brew automatic sync feature it's basically the same function as automatic sync in YouTube Studio, but various problems have been resolved, making it easier to use than the original family. This is exactly the feature I have been waiting for. Please try once. Brew, I'm sorry to say, an app that hasn't been used until now. By the way, if there is no manuscript you still have to transcribe, but you don't have to use the less accurate Brew or the paid Nada here. It is now possible to replace it with a free app. Among them, the app, Audio to Text, is still unknown, but it's free, extremely easy to use, and has excellent accuracy. You can even convert MP4 to MP3 with this one app. When correcting a typographical error, the voice of that part is automatically played many times. With iOS 14.3, you can make corrections while playing a video in picture-in-picture. Of course, transcription of YouTube can be a sufficient alternative. Since Brew supports automatic synchronization, the transcription part is since it is now possible to use various apps in combination. If you want to do it for free, please try these apps. I also banned Nada for a while. I would like to try, how much can I do with a free app? After all, Nada's 850 yen per month is expensive. That's all.